Hi guys, this is the first time I do this, meaning record a video and post it online about cars at least. I've done other kind of videos, but not cars. Um, so I'm a car enthusiast, I'm not a tuner. I own a few cars and a medical professional and nothing to do with cars. Uh, like I said, I'm an enthusiast. I've tuned a few cars. I have a few of them that are highly tuned on ethanol. I'm trying to get my Giulia tuned on ethanol, but it's not going to happen. That's another video, which I'm not going to make. So let's talk about these tunes. These are flashes, ECU flashes, handheld devices that flash your car. EuroCompulsion is one of them. They sell this device, which uses alien technology to change the parameters in your car. You use this. For apparently $9.99. I paid $1,200 for it a few years back, and they used a different software called DimSport in a different device. My Genius, if I literally recall. Like I said, I played. Man, it's had so many toys and so many things. It's hard to recall them all. But and this is my car. This is not even my car, by the way. This is my wife's car, the Alfa. So anyway, this is the first one I tried. You you send this. They send you this device. You download the file. You put the file on. You download the file from the car on the device. You put the file on your email it, send it back. They modify it, send it back to you. You flash it to the car. You do the same for Celtic. Celtic is this. You're gonna do the same for Celtic. You're gonna do the same for your EuroCompulsion. The difference is this one's gonna cost you $1,000 plus the other one's gonna cost you $400. And there's other differences, slight differences in torquiness and drive and the delivery of power, which we're going to discuss when we look at the dynos closely. I'm not trying to spend too much time because, like I said, I don't really do this. I was just on forums. I lurk forums, a lot of work, and I read. There's a lot of BS. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of, with 10 times more misinformation on forums, like this, for example. This is a salesman, probably exclusive salesman for Squadra, putting down a Celtic tune. That this is impossible, what he circled. Well, it's not impossible. It's highly possible, and it's just possible because how they deliver their power. Let's look at this dyno. This is their dyno that he used to post. And what's interesting is that the max power right here is going to be 324, okay? The max power is going to be reached there at 6,000, and that's what he's saying. How is this possible? How is he reaching power there when Squadra's reaching power here? Well, Squadra's reaching power here because Squadra's peaking here, okay? And Squadra peaks here and then falls off. Whereas, as you'll see later, EuroCompulsion is going to peak at like 4,500 right here, and there's going to be flat to 6 and then fall off. Whereas Squadra is going to fall off earlier. Why does that happen? Well, that happens because of how the torque is delivered in the elate RPMs. I don't know whether that's due to tuning strategy or whether that's due to turbo constraints. Like mechanical constraints or flow, running out of air, or just the tuning strategy of Squadra. Let's look at Squadra's chart. Squadra chart is right here. Let's not look at that. It's going to take a while to open. Let's look at this one. Squadra chart is right here. So Squadra chart peaks. Look at that at like 2,500, 2,400. And by 3,500 it starts going down. By 5,000 it already lost a hefty amount, and then it just falls off the face of the earth. That's what's happening here. So Squadra is reaching 325 here at 5,000. The question is, do you want to reach 325 at 5,000 like Squadra? Because if you do, this is your line right here where Squadra is. If you want to reach 325 here, you can do it another way, the way that EC did it. Same way, they go like this, and then they plateau right here, and they finish off at 6,000. Let me illustrate that. So that's 5,000 right there. So from 5,000, look at that, all the way to 6,000, almost flat. It starts losing a little, but I mean, come on. And then it falls off, yes. So going back to this one, look at this one. This one at 5,000 starts coming down. So it's losing already. By like 6,000, it's at 270 horsepower. It lost 40 horsepower. So this by far is the slowest of the tune. By far the safest of the tune. Probably by far I wouldn't say the funnest to drive because now I haven't said and looked at it. Probably, like I said, this is the same tune that EC follows, and then EC just plateaus, keeps going straight. So from the looks of it, looks like EC tune will be the fastest because it covers most of the area on the graph, on the graph. But I mean that may not be so, and I'm not interested in speed. Now another thing I wanted to show you was the. There's a user on the forum, Thompson, who posted his Celtic, uh, what's it called, dyno log. I did the same thing. I'm not gonna post mine. Why would I post mine? It's just gonna be called into question, and like I'm some former cheater or a salesman. The funny thing is, guys, in these forums, is where is the forum, man? Hold on. The funny thing is on these forums right here. So we got to clear. Look at this. We got to clear Alfissimo vendor. He's a salesman, and he's selling his product by shitting on this one. And I posted, called him a liar, and they accused me of being a salesman for Celtics. Like, how ridiculous is that? The times we live in today, where we got a salesman. It says vendor clearly. He's a salesman. He's selling a product. He has it. This is his. This is his thread. Squadra and US. You know what I mean? Look, if we go to the first, this is something he posted. So he's selling. See, big news. We're tuning him out. So he's selling a product. He's the salesman. I call him a liar, and his gang calls me the Celtics salesman that's calling him bad names. When all I'm saying is you're lying. Here's the evidence. What evidence do you have to say that this is impossible? It's highly possible, man. You just got shit for brains. Yeah. Well, not really. You don't have shit for brains. You're a liar. Because if you had shit for brains, you would have corrected. First, I thought at best he's misinformed. Doesn't know what he's talking about. But at worst, a liar. But now I know he's a liar. Because even after I've sent him all of this and showed him how, the graphs. I mean, look. Okay, why would Thompson? This is Thompson's dyno. The user on the same forum. I took a screenshot out. T as in Tom, O-M as in Mike, S-O-N, S as in Steve, O-N, Nancy, Thompson. This is dyno, 325. Look at this. How impossible or possible, whatever how we want to put it, is that he reaches the max at 6,000, just like his tune. Just like his Celtic tune. Just like his Celtic tune. Where is it? Right here. Look at that. Peak is what? At 6,000, and what the peak? 324. And we got 325. Anyway, it's ridiculous. I've got the same exact thing, and I'm such a guy that I double check everything and triple check everything, really. And I can't sleep at night unless I triple checked it. So all these tunes I've verified, none of them are lying. Everything is as is. It's just some people know more than others. Some people have shit for brains. Some people are liars. So be careful what you read out there. If you have any questions, post them. Don't try to contact me for tuning. I don't tune. I'm not a tuner. Just an enthusiast. And I felt disrespected. And I guess my effort, because I spend hours and weeks researching and finding a proper tuner. And then you have people like this putting a tune down. It's a good tune. It's a great, for the money. Let me give you this advice. For the money, it's the best tune. Second, as far as the tune goes, EuroCompulsion is probably the best tune. But what we're looking, you guys got to remember that when we look at these graphs, when we look at a graph like this, where is it? A graph like this, what we're seeing is just one representation of a car's ECU parameters and their response to the dyno under root conditions, or the wide open throttle. When you give it pedal to the metal. I don't know how this tune's gonna behave on a 30%, 50. I have no idea. It's something you have to see for yourself. I can tell you this. I feel EC EuroCompulsion is a lot torquey and I don't know, different than CT. CT feels, Celtic tuning feels like refined. And why is that? I think now I haven't looked so much lately in these days, in these charts, and talked about it, is because, let's go back over here, this one.
It's more linear. It's more like this, the Celtic tune, and it ends up here at 325. And if you look at it, that's what it does. Where the other ones are more like torquey, they pull you, and you see them there kind of pull, like stop pulling. I don't want to say stop pulling because you never feel the stop pulling part after maybe like here you would after 5,000 RPM. Obviously, I wouldn't even go after 5,000. Wherever this is, 5,200 to 54. What is it? Let me see. 320, 52.5, yeah. So 52.5. So after 52.5, there's no point in shifting. I mean, I shifted five. I tried to shift to 5,000 because you're gonna give it a little extra. So try to shift 5, and you'll be good. All depends what you want to do. If you want to race, maybe Celtic is the best tune. If you want a safe tune, maybe Squadra is definitely the safest because it preserves your rods by the high RPM, so that's what shit happens. And ECU is just good all around. So good luck in your tuning endeavors, and post any comments if you have underneath. Let me stop this. Bye.